Yo guys, I'm HP, this is Dr. Pink. Today we're going to talk about the guitar sound lab for once again, and it's specifically the long notes in a rock lead guitar setting. I'll show you what I mean. It's really cool. Or so the big secret behind how to shape emotional single notes, long notes in a rock or in distorted guitar setting. And there are a few tricks which you probably want to know and which are really useful. So therefore we're gonna first figure out what we have here, what kind of sound setting. What is really essential to have really long notes is, as you can hear, the delay. Let me put the guitar a little bit louder. So, and now listen how many repeats we have. 7 repeats. When you figure out all the great guys on recordings, they very often have 7 repeats on the rock lead guitar. So that's just one essential thing. Or if we're gonna check out 2 sounds. Here I have a high gain sound Soldano amp with a lot of delay, and compression can help. I have compression here on the sound, makes the sound longer. As you can hear, it doesn't want to stop, but it's also part is the playing technique. What you also can do, some guys have multi-delays, as you can hear. Here we have multi-delays. So we have 2 delays at the same time. One is here on the quarter note and the other one is, I would say, on the dotted 8th note, which also creates a great effect. Let's see the difference between this sound and the other sound in this context. And of course, if you want to have a really wide sound, then you probably want to use multi-delays together with the delay. As you can hear, the sound stays forever compared to a regular delay. See? That's pretty cool. Now let's see what we can do with the playing technique. What also can help before we get to the playing technique is if you own a wah-wah, you can prolong and shape the tone while you keep the vibrato with the wah. I'll show you. As you can hear, the tone is shaping with the wah. I'm pushing through the wah while I may extend the note. Once again. Also here we have the wah effect. And so on. That's pretty cool. Now let's see the playing technique. The sound settings are 50%, but 50% are also the playing technique, and that we want to check out. What you need to know is when you work with delays, you have to be really precise, because a delay is basically a multiplicator. So whatever you do here gets multiplicated. So every movement has to be really controlled. And when you want to prolong a note, I use this very long vibrator. So I put my hand like this. You can take Steve Y, he's doing this type of vibrators a lot, and I really like them because you have maximum control over the amplitude of the tone. As you can see, or with more delay. And as you can hear, with the vibrator the overtones come in. Try to really address the overtone in the tone to prolong the tone. I go back to the Soldano amp. Here you also can hear the overtone popping in. Okay? And really pay attention to that. What you also can do, like on bendings, here is now the key to keep the bending and make the vibrator as strong to prolong the sound. That's quite a challenge, I must say, but really practice that. What I often do when I want to make a long bending, I first attack it 3 times, then go like 3 times, then go in the bending, okay? Or with the other sound. And then listen again to the overtones. So let's do this now. And the other sound. And by the way, the backing track is in E minor, so I'm just playing the E minor arpeggio here. So now when you go to the very high notes, here's a little bit more special. Why? Because you only have one way for the vibrato, so you really need to practice that. So because when you do it both ways, you go over the fretboard, which we don't want. So you have to train. Well, let's do the same. Let's do this one here. So you have to train the vibrato to go only in one direction and not to change the pitch too much. And you really need to attack quite hard. Let's do that. I was wondering where the sustain is. My volume knob was down on 3, so now it's on max. So we have max gain, and now the overtones should come, okay? The bending, of course, is harder to do, but these are the things which you really can pay attention and which make a lot of sense, and they are basically the core of any rock lead guitar thing with long notes. But the long notes make the big difference. I'll give you a little example. I mean, playing fast is cool, but the long notes are the foundation of the whole thing. With the other sound. Quite cool, isn't it? Yo guys, that was the Guitar Sound Lab with the topic rock guitar long notes or long notes, whatever. Yo, it's really, you know, these little details make the big difference, and really check out your delay stuff to if you switch off the delay, probably first practice the thing with the overtones by switching off the delay and then switch it on to see the multiplicator effect, because you have to be really precise, and then the multiplicator makes everything sound really cooler and bigger. That's the big secret of all this. Yo, if you want to practice this whole stuff with my backing track, which is quite cool, I must say, it's available in the HPCrazy Guitar Army. Please join there. Please become a premium member if you love my stuff. Anyway, become a premium member in order to support the work which me and Dr. Pink are doing for the guitar community. And please subscribe to the channel if you love what we are doing here. Something more to say, Dr. Pink? Dr. Pink wants an ice cream. That's what she said. Yo, see you guys.